What is up, folks? Welcome back to yet another episode of The Midnight Project. This is a nightcap because, again, we don't have a topic for y'all. Sorry, it's not that we're lazy. We're just busy, I promise. We're just busy people in life.
It's been crazy. It almost feels like the freaking holiday seasons, how busy we've been.
Well, yeah. Like even right now, I got 2 birthdays, Mother's Day, car registration, which if you live in a state that pays high for that, you know the feeling.
F you, Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada, you fucks. The roads you don't fix. Anyhow, I know we don't normally promote things on the show. In fact, I don't think we've actually really truly promoted anything since Manscaped, which is a very long time ago.
Yeah.
But my brother Jerell, he had actually published 4 different books in a short period of time on Amazon. So I kind of wanted to give him a shout out for that.
Yeah.
2 of the books, they're called The Wealth Code and then The Wealth Code 2, Legacy and Leverage. They are stories about, they're separate stories, so it's not the same characters. Just going through different trials and tribulations in the workplace and finding ways to become successful while also basically following scripture, things like that. So if you're into religious-based books, these are right up your alley. And also just for the fact that they're motivating. It kind of helps you, get up off your ass and try to do something with yourself.
Right.
The other 2 books, they have a lot of religion in it because Jerell is a very religious person. But they're more about relationships and trying to make relationships long lasting and working and stuff like that. So, and those are called The Covenant in the Cracks. What we learned when love wasn't easy anymore. And then the other one is called The Covenant in the Cracks, a journey to reclaiming love. So, again, if you are looking to be successful or
get off your ass
or having issues in your love life, go ahead and check them out. Go ahead and check them out. The books, all 4 of them, you could get them on your Kindles on Amazon for $10 a piece. I'll leave descriptions in the link before on the video.
Man, I tell you right now, the number one problem you having in your relationship is accountability. On both sides.
Well, it definitely does take 2 to tango, right?
Yeah.
We all know that. So, it's very easy for people to stop doing the things that made people love them to begin with. And they kind of fail to get that back. So,
yeah, and don't get me wrong, that shit's hard too. It's hard when life just keep knocking your ass on your ass. And you got to worry about bills and kids and schedules and sports. You looking at your girl like, bitch, we ain't got no time for dates. we can bring the pretzels to the soccer practice. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, shit get tough.
Yeah. This fucking guy. Yeah, no, that saying where it says it takes 2 to tango, it's true to life shit, and that happens in relationships. And unfortunately, some people, when you're with somebody, you're either growing together or you grow apart.
Yeah.
But no matter what, as people, as humans, we keep growing. We don't ever stop growing and evolving. Whether that be for the better or worse, that's for other people's judgment, but not our own.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I had applied for a specific type of job, and I guess my past, they didn't think I grew out of it. But it's another story for another time.
I mean,
hurt. Nah.
And that's also another sad reality too, is that some of the things we do when we're younger in life, they come back and they haunt us.
Yeah.
And they keep us from doing things. That's why a lot of people, wants to become a felon, they don't ever get a good job after that. A lot of them, it is what it is.
It is, but I do think it's a bullshit trap. Like, it shouldn't be that way, because say someone did commit a crime and they got a felony on their record. I think that it should go with the circumstance behind it and how long too. Like, if someone committed a crime 13, 14, 15 years ago and had been spick and span clean since then, do you hold that against? Do you say that that's their character?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because if it's your character, you would have more than one flaw on your record.
And like what I was just saying, we constantly grow,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Some people grow for better, some people grow for worse. Now, if you've made mistakes in your past when you were younger and you've learned and you've grown from them, why are we still holding that against you if that's no longer the person that you are today?
Exactly. And some people grow differently. Some people grow through word of mouth, meaning you have someone you respect, you look up to, like a father, an uncle, or a good friend that you respect. They could tell you what they've went through, and you can learn that way. Like, oh, well, he told me, I shouldn't do such and such. But then some of us dudes, we're hard headed. Like, bitch, I'm gonna see if the stove really hot because you just talking. So we actually have to bump our heads, and through bumping our heads, then we realize, oh, that was dumb, that was stupid. I didn't like that, or I faced my consequence because of doing that, and I didn't like that. So yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. And that's how we learn. But it's unfortunate, it's not a perfect system that we have, unfortunately. So just stay the fuck out of trouble, man. Stay out of trouble.
So, okay, spur of the moment question just came to me.
Yeah, man.
But what is a situation that you've gone through that felt you grew from out of it?
Grew out of
Yeah. What's a better way to rephrase this? What is a situation, and if you're watching the video, what is a situation that you grew from, like you experienced, and it reshaped the way that you behaved or acted or looked at something and made you do things differently from that point on?
Well, I would say in dating, learning that you have to be stoic and not be overly emotional. That was a hard lesson I had to learn. Because the younger me, I was emotional, arguing all the time, gotta prove myself, gotta be right. And now it's more so like, listen, if I say it and then you doubt, fuck it then. You don't believe me? Well, then fuck it. It is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna bend over backwards. I'm not about to get mad and be yelling and going through all this stupid stuff. So, and I'm quick to call the cops on the bitch.
Oh my
God.
God.
Like, you're not gonna be putting your hands on me and doing all that extra stuff. Nah, too old for that.
Right.
And I'm not gonna do that to you. So that's why call the cops on your ass. Because if I did that to you, you gonna call the cops on my ass, which you have every right to. Shit. So yeah, that and just learning also that, like, getting out of that victim mentality and being accountable and learning, like, yeah, like I was just mentioning about the job shit, right?
Yeah.
Kind of unfortunate. Like, I really wanted this job in this career field, and they denied it because of my previous background when I was younger. But at the same, like, it hurts, but I understand, and I have to take responsibility because I did those things. So it's not like I could just be like, oh, it's because I'm black, or what most people do. You got to look at it, understand what part you played in it, and just all you can do is be better. So, yeah.
So I had a specific situation that taught me that, like, to kind of like monitor my actions, right? And I learned this when I just turned 18. Right? I like you, I did a lot of stupid shit when I was younger. Stuff that I could have gotten in a lot of trouble for, but I didn't because I was a juvenile. The other things that I got away with when I was younger. Which we all have. We all go through growing, we all go through life, we all experience some shit. When I was 18, I was in high school, just turned 18. The girl that I was dating, there was these two guys that liked her a lot. They kept talking shit and running their mouth. I let it slide for a little while, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to be the bigger man, just let them talk their shit because they were just jealous, obviously. One day they call me, both of them on the phone, running their mouths, and I was like, all right, look, I tell you what, this is what's gonna happen. Monday morning, I'm gonna go to the school. You pull into the parking lot. I'm not gonna throw his name out there because try to fucking do some shit again.
Sue you. Nah.
Let's see. I said when you pull into the parking lot, I'm gonna go to your car. I'm gonna open your door. I'm gonna punch you right in the fucking face, and you're gonna sit there and take it like a bitch. And sure as shit,
that was a promise. Was it a threat?
That was my promise. I told him I was gonna do it.
You fulfilled?
I fulfilled.
Oh shit!
I did just what I said.
Signed, sent, delivered.
But then I was like, oh shit, well, now you're an adult technically hitting a minor, even though we're both seniors in high school.
Right.
I had just turned 18.
The law don't care, right?
The law don't fucking care. So, I ended up doing some things to get it expunged anyways and stuff like that, but it was just a learning instantly, like right then and there, that hey, every action is gonna have a consequence behind it, and you gotta learn to like thoroughly think things through and not just be so reactive.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta learn to temper yourself and not just react, because that's when stupidity happens.
Yeah.
When you do things without thinking them through, you fuck up. It's plain and simple.
And that's what comes with being a man, because as you get older, you start thinking things through more frequently, because now you go to work, you've built a life, you have things, you have family, so now you start being cognizant of that stuff. Like, okay, if I do this, the consequence for this is A, B, or C, and that's gonna affect my family, my friends, myself down the line in the future, whatever the case may be. So you start thinking about
kind of like your situation right now.
Yeah, man. So it's just life, though, man. You just got to keep rolling. But most importantly, you learn from it. So that's the beauty in it. If I could go back and change a lot of it, I probably wouldn't, because it shaped who I am now, which sucks that I had to go through that to become. But hey, like you said, either you're going to be worse or you're going to be better.
Yep.
So,
and you've definitely come out better.
Yeah.
So, don't let not getting this job put you down too much, because at the end of the day, it is just another job to some people.
Yeah.
Some people love it and it's a career and they're never gonna fucking leave it. Other people, it's just a job. It's a temporary thing. Just don't let it beat you down, man.
No.
Because you've gone through a good amount of adversity in life. And
way too much.
But for you to be the person that you are now, going through all that,
I think that's gonna be the name of my book. Adversity. Just talk about my life. Adversity. They're gonna be like, yeah, he went through a whole lot.
Like, god damn.
Like,
Tyler Perry wrote this? What the fuck?
Have Medea come out.
Yeah.
Tell my story.
Have Medea be a grandma?
Yep. Nah, I wouldn't have. That's fucked up to my grandma, man. That's some big ass tall dude playing her. No way. Granny gonna kick my ass when I get to heaven. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Why you repeating me, man?
This motherfucker been copying me all damn day.
Oh fuck, I haven't. He's lying.
I ain't lying. I ain't never lying.
You ain't lying? I ain't lying. Yeah.
He just want to call a spade a spade.
Don't use my favorite quotes, man. Shit.
Oh, shit.
Come on, it is what it is, man.
Any fucking ways.
Yeah, but when you going back to the being emotional and shit, when you emotional, you end up like homeboy that lost his son a few weeks ago and running down that cop.
Yep, and a cop that had nothing to do with his son's passing as well, which is even more saddening.
Yeah, but you see that whole situation. Think about it. Your son in a car, stolen car, had a gun, ended up losing his life. Now look at that. Look at those chain of events and choices that led up to that. And then you being emotional because of it. You did what you did. Now you won't even get to go to your son's funeral.
I think
it's a fucked up situation.
I think what made it worse too was, I don't know if you saw the arraignment of this guy, but he showed no remorse. In fact, he was looking at every officer that was there.
Why would he show remorse? You expected him to have remorse?
I was expecting him to maybe show some sort of form of regret.
There was no
After the
regret. He
fact,
did that
like,
on purpose. That was
I
vengeance.
know he did it on purpose.
That was pure hate vengeance. You
Yes.
killed my son.
Vengeance is aimed towards the people it's supposed to be aimed at. That officer was a father of 5 doing traffic control,
Yeah.
had nothing to do with his son's passing. That's not vengeance.
That was vengeance. You know why it was vengeance? It was against the badge. He looked at it like, the cops killed my son. I'm going to kill a cop, fortunately. And he actually went through with it and succeeded, unfortunately. And it's fucked up. But again, the chain of events that led up to that, if his son wasn't in a fucking stolen car, it don't happen.
Yeah,
Why is your son in a stolen car?
there's a huge lack of accountability
Yes.
amongst people these days.
And then it leads to all that other stuff. Like, come on. Like, you see when people get pulled over, they get out the car, they start talking shit to the cops and making the whole situation worse. And then when it goes left, who's at fault? Oh, the cops just messing with me. Like, dude, he was actually trying to be chill with you for about 10 minutes, taking that shit. You wasn't listening. So, again, accountability. Just be accountable, whether it's in relationships, whether it's everyday life, whether it's breaking the law, just be accountable. You'll get further that way.
Yeah. Very, very true.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So don't punch no 18 or 17-year-old kids in the mouth, man.
Right.
Stop
That
it.
was right in the eye.
And I,
Right in the eye, yeah, they had to send him home because he couldn't open it.
he's like,
It just swelled the fuck up. It was a clean shot. It was
clean
a nice,
shot.
It was a nice meaty sound to it.
Yeah.
It was a good shot.
Cheek slapping, huh?
Look, hey, it's not like I didn't tell him it was gonna happen. He was forewarned.
Well, what was your mind process leading up to it? Like, I said it, so I got to do it now. Can't be no bitch. Like,
No. So leading up to it, again, you're. I was younger, obviously, so I was not giving a shit. I was like, you know what, fuck this guy. I'm done. Like, I've already done the turning the other cheek and let him talk. Like, it was literally like a good 2 months where I was like, I'm gonna let this motherfucker just run his mouth because I know what it is.
Yeah.
He's jealous because I'm with the girl that he fucking wants. Plain and simple.
I never understood that.
Like,
but
some people just get so jealous. Like, there's not other women out there. Like,
I'm gonna talk shit to
that's
this guy because
stupid.
he's with that girl,
yeah,
and I want to be with that girl.
yep.
But because she's with him, I'm gonna talk shit to him now.
Because he had no game and he couldn't just talk her away from me.
He damn sure didn't have no game after that swollen eye.
No, he switched schools afterwards out of embarrassment. So
Damn.
fuck him.
Accountability.
Accountability. Hey, yeah. I took responsibility for my actions. You should have took responsibility for your mouth, bitch. Fuck.
He did.
him.
He did when he had that bag of peas.
God damn.
Oh shit!
Anyways.
Good old days.
We'll lighten the mood a little bit more. So my boy made 4 books
Yeah.
that have religion involved in them. You know, we're holy now.
Yeah.
We're holy now.
Yes.
No, I will put those links for those again in the description of this video, and you could always go on there and read small passages of the book to see if it's something worth buying. If you know it's not for everybody, I get it. Not every book is. I mean, I'm not that big of a reader, anyways. I don't read too damn much.
I was a big avid reader and I fell off, but I gotta get back on it. I used to read every morning for like 30 minutes.
Right, and it's good for you to do. Like I need to develop a habit of reading a little bit more as well. So that's something else I gotta improve on.
Yeah, but this was back when life was a little slower for me. I didn't have all these extra things to do.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be to work till 9, so I got up at 6, worked out, showered, ate breakfast, read. That was my routine every day. Dope.
Not a bad routine to have.
Nope.
But till next time, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, share, show you care.